We'll kickstart our main news with a bit of a sad story. A 40-year-old man from New Bluffel in Harare has been arrested and charged with culpable homicide after his pitbull attacked and killed a man in the street. Mike Mupinga was picked by the police following the incident, which resulted in the death of Samuel Machara, who was aged 39. Reports are that the pitbull was roaming in the street when it attacked Machara.
According to the police, the body of the victim was found near the suspect's residence with dog bite wounds. Meanwhile, the dog has since been enthused after it was taken by the SPCA. The dog put down there, and unfortunate incident. And the SPCA report say the dog's initial assessment showed signs of neglect, confinement, and poor socialization of the dog in question, and they've since cautioned the public breeding and crossbreeding dangerous against breeding and crossbreeding dangerous dog breeds.
Now, this has reignited debate over the keeping of such breeds in residential areas. Pit bulls have been banned in several countries such as Denmark, UK, due to concerns over their aggressive reputation and history of being used in dog fighting. Some dog enthusiasts argue that it's not the breed, but rather the environment and training that influence a dog's behavior. Now, that's a sad story.
A very sad, very sad story, and unfortunate. Our thoughts and prayers there go out to
the Machara family.
Machara family who lost their loved one. And I think this has sparked a lot of conversation and debate, specifically on social media, which is where I think most of late yesterday it was the trending story. And, we talked about the UK, Denmark, they've banned pit bulls, but some people arguing that, you know what, it's more about neglect. I think if you go back to our report and you hear what the SPCA in particular was saying, the dog showed signs of neglect, confinement, and poor socialization. Yeah, so I know.
So I think that will also, that contributes to its aggressiveness.
Yeah, and I think if you have such an aggressive dog, I think, especially for example, whatever breed, not even just specifically looking at pitbull. I think if you have a dog and maybe the primary purpose is for security, I think you also then have an added responsibility to make sure that it just doesn't randomly attack people. Because I know some keep dogs as pets, just for the kids to play around with. Some keep dogs as a security measure. But I think whether it's a pet or a security dog, just make sure that it's not just roaming around.
Of course,
around the streets.
It can't just be roaming around. And I hear people. I had some claims that the wall was too short, that the dogs could easily climb over the walls, and that, of course, would endanger the general public. Now that's another, that's another matrix that may have been at play. And then from the publication that was released by the SPCA as well, as having a dog is not a right; it's a responsibility. So as long as you own a dog, you have the responsibility to make sure that it's well socialized, to make sure that it's well fed, to make sure that all its needs are well taken care of. If not, then it can contribute to some of the adverse effects that may obtain, such as what then ended up happening, a man dying because that's sad. I don't think we should be talking about this any further. And the man has been arrested.
I think that just serves as a stark reminder of the responsibility that you have. This man now charged with culpable homicide. So what we will do as Morning Rush, I think our team will chase up the story, go to Bluffel, and maybe speak to the residents around there, get more information. And I think maybe during the week as well, we might try and get the SPCA to come through and just have a conversation, take advantage of this situation to try and enlighten each other and educate each other on how best to keep pets, especially dogs.
Right.